Hey, what's up, United? I hope you're doing good on this awesome Friday. And if you're not, man, I hope it gets better here in the next few minutes. Not because of me, because I know God's going to speak to you in this moment. But if you have your Bible with you, I just want you to open up your Bible. And we're going to go quick. I'm going to go through some verses, and then I'll catch you up to where I'm at. So 1 Samuel 17, and then we're going to skip from verses from there. But it starts here in 17. It says, Jesse told David, his son, take this sack of cracked wheat and these 10 loaves of bread and run down to your brothers in camp. So he's telling him to go to camp and to take these breads with him. And then it says on verse 20, and David rose early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper and took the provisions and went as Jesse had commanded him to do. And then we go to verse 28. This is David's older brother, typical older brother getting mad at him. It says, why have you come down, and who have you left a few sheep in the wilderness with? And then it says, I know your heart, but you have come down here to see the battle. So he's already assuming things. And then now we skip to verse 50. It says, so David prevailed over Goliath, and with a sling and a stone struck Goliath and killed him. There was no sword in the hand of David. So if I'm going to label this something real quick, I'll label this obedience leads to purpose. And I'm going somewhere with this, but I always believe that obedience is something important that we have to have in life for us to follow God and even trust God in the simple things, even the smallest things. But it's the hardest thing to do, I think, because obeying God is always putting that risk that it's not going to go the way you want it to be, but the way God wants it to be. So in this verse, we find out that David, in the beginning, he's being told to listen. He's being told that he has to go do this. So there's one thing that he had to do. So 3 little simple things. You got to listen before you can obey. So he did. He listened to his father. Jesse was telling him, take these bread and go take it to your brothers. Take it to camp and go. And it says, we skip to the next one, which is point 2. And I just want to label that one go. And it's simple because it's speaking about how David, how he rose early in the morning. Now, if you're honest, I don't know how you wake up in the morning. You probably wake up all mad or beat up, and you got some little stuff in your eye or whatever. For me, I'm not a morning person. I like to wake up a little later. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. So he woke up early in the morning and took this bread to the camp where his brothers were. But it skips all the way a few verses later, and David's brother is mad at him for being at the camp and him not knowing why he's there. He starts assuming things about him. So he goes from listening and then he goes, but now he's being tested. And the last point I want you to just remember is that it's not about how big the test is, but it's where the test is, where your obedience will be. So I think sometimes in life, even if you have all the things planned out how you want them to be, there's always going to be some sort of test that pops up in the way, or is going to be in the middle of something while you're trying to do something good. So if I can tell you something is, hey, trusting in God is sometimes not going to be easy, or obeying God is not always going to be easy. Obeying your parents and your teachers and anybody in life, your boss, it's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. But you got to listen first, and then after you have to go, and once you go, you have to action. Because it says, we skip all the way to verse 50, and this is a crazy story, and it's pretty famous in the Bible of David and Goliath. But this is that David prevailed over Goliath. So it means he killed him. The Bible says he killed Goliath with a stone. And it says he had no sword in his hand. But it all started with the simple obedience of him obeying his father to go somewhere. And he did. He ended up going to a camp where there was this Philistine that was threatening God's people. But yet again, he came through and he did God's purpose. So obedience is always going to lead to your purpose, but it's not going to be simple. So if I can encourage you with this, it's just going to be, hey, keep going in life and just keep obeying the little things that matter to you. So something that as simple as picking up your clothes, or simple as doing your homework on time, it's going to work out in the long run. But I love you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you're doing well. And I'm excited for what's to come. And hey, keep having faith. Love you guys. See you soon.